What I'd like to do is just take you through a very brief tour of what you're going to find on this latest CD called Robert Adams Christmas Trees. And as the title suggests, it's based around trees, but it's really winter trees. Now, pop the CD into the tray and it will auto run if you've got a PC. If you've got a Mac, just simply click onto the icon and open it up. The front page will come up here. This just tells you about the Angel policy and the conditions of use. And then if you agree to that, click continue. And up we come with the main page here. And what I'd like to do is dive straight on into I think where all the magic starts, which is the Christmas images here. Now there's two sets because there's 40 in total and there's 20 on each page. So if we click on to set 1, you can see now that we've got a wonderful range of images based on around winter trees. And if I click onto one here for an example, we can see that some of them are very, very Christmassy, but it's all about really the atmosphere of Christmas time. Now this is designed to print for you in what we call a landscape format, and you could print this card out just as it is. If you want to, you can go to the stackopage elements and then they can be built onto it, or we can return and go to the A6 stackopage, or just simply make an A6 size card, and the main image here can be used for that if you want to do that. So that can be cut out and used with any of the sort of beautiful backing papers that come with the CD, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But back to what we've got here, and as you can see, it really is just a lovely eclectic mix of all sorts of images that just evoke winter Christmas scenes. And of course the beauty of this is that it extends the life of the CD as well. Although you can make, as I said, sort of beautiful Christmas cards, you can also use this for any sort of winter Christmas occasion. It could be anniversaries, weddings, even birthdays, that may be around that sort of cold winter time. So it would be an ideal accompaniment. And of course it's great when you've got a crafting CD that sort of you can keep using for more than just one sort of specialized occasion. So we can just sort of simply go through and have a look. And I said they come in sort of two flavors, sort of landscape and form and portraits. You can see the landscape ones here already laid into position for you, as indeed the portrait ones are as well. Now this just means if you're making lots of Christmas cards, you can then just simply print this out onto a nice shiny paper, and then add a little bit of glitter and bits and pieces to the image, and there you go, you've got a fantastic Christmas card. So very briefly, that's as I said, what we've got on set 1. Everything from sort of beautiful sunsets, really sort of snowy scenes. If we click onto one here, sort of a real bleak Dartmoor midwinter scene, to something like this. We've got a lovely bridge scene as well. Okay, that's a snapshot of what we're going to find in set 1. And we click on to set 2. Again, as I said, we've got this lovely range of trees here, just sort of giving us this wonderful Christmas images. And scenes like this where I've got, I always put in bridges, or a bridge at least, on one of my CDs. And remember, this is really the third part of the trilogy that we've had. We've had White Christmas, Let It Snow, and this really just in a way complements those two CDs. Now it's a fantastic CD in its own right, and if you've got the other two, then again this will just add to your collection and work beautifully with it. If it's your first one, well, you've got a fantastic CD here that's not only great for Christmas, but you can use it for other occasions as well, other winter celebrations. And it works beautifully in its own right. But it's in my mind, as I've designed it, I thought that this just beautifully just rounds off that collection. Okay, as I said, I'm just clicking through a range of images, and just to again show you, this is how the stackopage system works on our larger card, which is A4 folded to A5 and then A5 folded to A6. You get the full stackopage, and the larger image will be perfect for making smaller cards with. So here we have, as I said, 40 beautiful, timeless images that are going to make you beautiful, beautiful Christmas cards and winter celebration ones. But what I'd like to do now is just show you some of the other elements that we've got on the CD. So if I can now sort of go to the backing papers, and we've got inserts as well. So let me just take you through the full colour ones. The tinted ones are, it speaks for itself, they're really just a tinted version of what we have here. Now I just say click on at random. We've got a range of beautiful papers that you can use not only with this CD but with all your other sort of crafting CDs, and just if you want to make something from scratch yourself. So it's a lovely resource that comes with the CD as well. And if we just look through, we've got a range of different papers here, and I'll just sort of click on some at random to show you what we've got. So these colours work. Blue is a very predominant colour in snow and snow scenes. So obviously a lot of what we've got here just sort of veers towards that blue and the snow to complement what you've got. And even something like this, which is sort of our beautiful ice cubes here, it's just a nice textural background to have. I quite like black and whites, and I've given you this lovely element here of just the text as well, which you could use and put an image on, and that works well with all the colours that we've got. We've got greys in here, and I said although predominantly blue, we've got some other colours here heading towards the more purples, which works beautifully with some of the sunset images as well. So in total you've got 20 backing papers that will complement the images on the CD, but as I've said, they can be used for making other cards and for other projects. Indeed, that, you know, they're kind of timeless as well, and work beautifully if you are doing sort of different sort of winter celebrations. The tinted ones are the same again. I've just knocked the colour down, as we say, technical term, and that creates a tint out of the original colour. So if you want to matte and layer, they're perfect for that. And I've done the hard work for you, because getting the tints just right and printing can be a little bit tricky. So that's all done, and that's on there. And while we're here, we've got our other page menu, which is inserts, and there's two colours here. Silver goes really well with the blue, and we've got greetings messages for our A5 and A6. And if I just say click onto one here, we can see that we've got a text editable insert that you can use and type over to create your own message, or start from scratch if you want to just delete it, highlight it, and then you can delete the message if you want to, or type in your own. Okay, and these come in two flavours. They have the text running at an angle or just across the page as well. Let me show you on the A5 one here. And to mix and match with everything that you've got on the CD, we've got A5 landscape and portrait, and that again works with our A6 cards as well. And for our landscape shaped cards, again, you've got the insert specially designed for you, and they're text editable, and they run, as I said, in two flavours, with the text at an angle, or it runs just horizontal across the image. So that's a really nice little accessory to your card making, which you can use there. Okay, so I'm just going to click back now to our main image, and I'd like to show you some frames. Now I've put frames on here, and I think they work really well. Let me just say click on one here, and we can see that the frame itself is text editable if you wish to write the Christmas greeting onto it. And these again come, where applicable, the gold ones also come in silver, which might be a little bit more used to a lot of the images that you've got here. But if you were doing something like a winter celebration, it might be a golden anniversary in November or December, then the gold frames would be absolutely perfect for that. So you've got both choices here. Now just a quick word, these frames will cover a full A5, so they cover the whole of the A5 page, unless you want to use the smaller frame, the A6 one, which again will cover a full A6, but you could then match the smaller A6 image and still create a lovely card. You can see, imagine this is the card area, we'd have the border around it being the card area. So that's a sort of little serving suggestion to really get the best out of the frames. Now I really like these, and I think they add a really sort of sumptuous look to your cards. But again, it's a matter of choice. You may or may not want to use them, but it's nice to know they're there if you need them. Okay, so I said there's 8 in total that we've got here. Colour themed really for the images on the CD, but allowing again for you to use this for sort of any future needs. And we've got some sort of lovely traditional ones here as well. So, you know, why not use them with your other crafting ancillaries as well? Okay, so those are our frames. And just moving down, we've got 4 festive folds for you. And these work out in A5 portrait and an A6 portrait, and then we've got them in landscape for your A5 card and your A6. In fact, if I just click on it, you can see here that we've got our fold lines. You simply cut the red and score the green ones there. Instructions, written instructions are on the CD-ROM for you here if you click onto those, and that will just show you how to get the best out of them. Now the A5 landscape is actually going to be bigger than A5. It allows you to put an A5 image on there, but in effect you're going to get a sort of half A4, so you'll need obviously a bigger envelope for that. But they do make those cards look extra special, and I would say take the time to have a play with these. I think you'll be really pleased with the cards that you can make using that. Now, just to finish off, 2 more little boxes to talk about. I've given you my Christmas greetings messages here. If I just click on, you'll see that they're text editable. And these are great for just adding a little bit of flourish to the front of your card, or even as backers. They make a lovely backer. You could just say, you know, this card is made with love from so-and-so, and pop perhaps your email address or phone number. So you could use them, as I said, on the front of the card or as backers. And they come with some images as well. These can be cut out and put over the image. We've got a whole range of sort of lovely festive things, which kind of colour coordinate. We've got our reds there, we've got some greens. Again, this isn't just for using on this CD. You know, you can use these for all sorts of occasions and with other crafting. And we've got our golds here and some ribbons and sort of snow scenes and poinsettias there, again with additional images, the snowflakes, which are great, a little bit fiddly to cut out, but they look fantastic put on the card. Now, as I've said, the beauty of this CD, although it makes beautiful Christmas cards, you can use it for any sort of winter celebration. And with that in mind, I've given you some silver and gold greetings messages, which again can be typed in and customized to any sort of occasion that you may have. Now these work beautifully with the images on the CD as well, but it just takes it a little step further. And again, we've got some different colours from silvers to gold to our reds, which can look, and our sort of browns here, copper tones. So those can be used in conjunction with the Christmas images and for other occasions as well. So it makes it not if we had the holly in, it would obviously look very Christmassy, but pop one of these in and instantly you could make a fantastic birthday card for perhaps someone who has their birthday in November or December, when it may be snowy or cold weather. Okay, so those sets are on the CD there, and last but not least, we have a range of envelope templates. Doesn't look particularly exciting, this page, but I would say take the time to have a go. If I just click onto the A6 envelope, what we do here is print this on a piece of paper, then turn it over, and then print your backing paper on the other side, cut it out, fold along the dotted lines, and hey presto, you've got actually some really beautiful envelopes that you can make. So it would be worth taking the time to have a look through here. We have boxes and bags, and we've also got tags as well. So that really, I hope, gives you a nice sort of overview of what we'll find on the CD. And last but not least, 2 little boxes. We've got a help menu here. If you should have any problems, that will sort you out, hopefully. And last but not least, we've got updates and downloads, where occasionally extra elements will be put on the web page. Now you will need access to the internet, and you can only use that when it's connected to the internet and with your CD here. It's a special area for you, as it were. Okie dokie. Well, I hope that gives you, as I said, an insight as what you'll find on this CD. I absolutely love this. I hope that you will as well, and we'll go on and make some really beautiful cards with it.